If you caught your partner sexting, would you consider it cheating? Would it break the trust? Why or why not? Whatever babe, you know what? I'll ask Reddit, and maybe you'll chill the fuck out. I would be devastated if my so was sexting someone else. We don't even sext. It would definitely be a deal breaker. If you wouldn't do it sitting next to them, you shouldn't do it. That's how you know there is something wrong with what you are doing. ITT, the answer everyone already knew, but I'm guessing Op didn't want to hear. Sounds like emotional cheating to me, and it's hard not to physically cheat when your mind is already moving in that direction. Yes, it counts as cheating. Of course it is cheating. Just a matter of time for it to manifest itself in real life. If you don't want your partner to know about your interactions, then it's probably cheating. The desire to even do that with other people instead of me shows me that you aren't committing to the relationship. I once had a girlfriend tell me she hooked up with another girl and that it didn't count because it was a girl. She said I was free to hook up with as many guys as I want, but I'm not bi, so you can imagine the very weird spot this put me in. Fucking broke up with her right then and there. Edit, if it wasn't obvious, I'm a straight guy and the only dick I want to see is mine. Caught my wife sexting 5 years ago. Packed all of her stuff and kicked her out. A few weeks later she tells me she is pregnant and that I am the only one she had sex with. 5 years later I'm raising my son and arguing with her just about every day. There is not a lot I've been able to put into the relationship since that. Cheating doesn't equal sex. Cheating is betrayal of your partner's trust, loyalty, emotions, feelings, etc. Sex is a byproduct. Edit, I went to bed and woke up to all this bling and support. Thank you all. Edit 2, for all those that have been hurt, understand one person does not act on behalf of all. You can trust again. Anything you have big enough to hide is cheating, imo. The act itself makes you feel shit enough, but it's the total disrespect and breaking of trust that really hurts the most. If you don't consider that cheating, then you seriously need to up your relationship standards. Edit, for everybody talking about the poly relationships, I'm completely fine with those. The original question states that you caught your partner cheating, which I assume means that they were doing it behind your back. Yes, and yes. For obvious reasons, is this seriously even a question? The best test, if you would find your partner do that, you would like that? Probably not. Don't do what you don't want your so would do to you. Of course that's cheating, because I trust them not to share intimacy with others. Reminds me of my ex, she was cheating on me and her excuse was, but babe, it's not like we had sex, I just gave him a blowjob. Those words are embedded forever now. I think in any relationship you need to individually work to set the boundaries of what constitutes cheating, but this would definitely break the trust. If it is something that you wouldn't do in front of your partner, then there is something wrong with it. Having been on the receiving end of a lot of things being hidden, including sexting and full-on cheating, I consider it to be a betrayal of trust, and once that trust is gone, you're fighting a losing battle. This actually happened to me. X was sexting one of her PlayStation friends. We split up soon after and I considered it not cheating physically per se, but that betrayal of trust has made its impact and still does today. If there was a conversation ahead of time or an attempt to see what my feelings would be, or even attempting to break up first, would have saved me a lot of emotional grief. Caught implies she was hiding it, so yes, it builds distrust. Moreover, what's the end game of sexting? You don't just stop there, it's a slippery slope to actual sex. Everyone seems to draw the line for cheating at a different place, but for me, the line is, anything you wouldn't tell your partner about. If sexting falls under that heading, then yes, it's cheating. Yes, absolutely. It would end the relationship since I'm not going to spend my life worried I'm being cheated on. Since my wife is very passive when it comes to sex or flirting with me, I'm absolutely sure I would consider it cheating and an absolute deal breaker. Meaning divorce. If she was at least a little bit of a flirt, it probably would still consider it cheating, but maybe not the end of our marriage. But it depends on what the details are. Yes and yes. It is the thought that counts, not the action. Thoughts lead to actions. I've been cheated on before. There wouldn't even be a conversation, I'd just ghost them and let them figure out why. Yes and yes, the only way it wouldn't be cheating is if the relationship is an open relationship, where both parties are fine with, or enjoy that sort of stuff, otherwise, definitely cheating and very broken trust. My response to any is it cheating? Question is, every relationship is different and you know if you're cheating or not. Sexting doesn't happen innocently or by accident. It takes intent and an effort to become engaged with someone in that manner. Definitely a betrayal of trust at the highest level. That person is looking elsewhere for an emotional/physical connection with someone. You should help them by noping out immediately. I am experienced in this, didn't nope out quick enough. My bad. Anything you feel the need to hide from your S.O, other than presents and happy surprises, is cheating in my book. Yes. We agreed to be monogamous from the start. Sexting means he wants someone else involved. We're done at that point. The nasty bit is when he hides it and you found out months later and he never says he's unhappy. Yes, absolutely. Sexting someone is an emotionally charged, sexual and/or romantic emotions, activity that would undoubtedly be a betrayal of the intimacy and commitment of a monogamous relationship. Cheating isn't sex. It's anything that takes words, feelings, and activities that belong inside your relationship to anywhere outside your relationship. Yes, I would, and yes, it would break the trust. If someone is unhappy with me in the relationship, I would prefer they move on or open up about it to me and then we try to come together to make a change that is suitable to both of us. Literally either of those options is preferable over sexting. As most people said, it is very much emotional cheating and that most certainly would truly hurt. Yes. I feel like anything that a so does sneakily or tries to hide is cheating. If you are sneaking around someone you love, then you know deep down that you're in the wrong, and therefore cheating. My trust would be broken absolutely. Some relationships agree to stuff like this, but if it isn't previously discussed, you're cheating. This thread is probably dead now, but there are a bunch of fucked up stories here. I'm sorry all of you had to go through this shit and I wish you all the best in the future and in your future love life. Unless previously discussed, it's cheating when a person other than your so engages in your sexual satisfaction no matter what level their willing participation. In other words, if your so would be upset by the knowledge, don't do it. Of course. You're not bringing your authentic self to the relationship if you're sexting and hiding it. When you're in a relationship, what's considered cheating and what's not is defined by you and your partner. Taking a moment to talk to each other about boundaries is a great practice. That said, sexting involves active participation between two or more people. It's not like looking at porn, you're actively sexually interacting with another person. So common opinion/common sense would be yes, unless you and your partner had already discussed an open relationship. Yes, of course. Any form of sexual contact, or even filtering with someone else would be a deal breaker for me. No reason for someone in a relationship to show another person interest, especially sexual. I would leave them on the spot. Yes and yes. If you wouldn't say it to their face when I'm standing right beside you, maybe rethink what you're saying. Indeed, that is cheating. Whether you do it physically or any channel, the fact that you are having intimacy with the opposite sex and that is not your spouse or partner. Higher law, even if it's only in your mind or in your desires, that is cheating. It breaks trust and it's hard to rebuild trust. In a way, sexting is worse than cheating. Cheating can be a weak moment caused by short-lived physical attraction. Sexting requires thought and intent. Thinking about it and then sexting indicates an already broken relationship that should be ended. After constantly crying to my boyfriend about how uncomfortable I was with his relationship with his best friend, who, Might I add he used to sleep with. I got tired of feeling like I was being lied to and went through his phone and found out they sent nudes to each other about 6 months ago. Might I add, again, 4 months ago I found her underwear in his laundry. I'm told they're no longer friends anymore, but it's hard for me to believe. We go to different schools and I can't always know who he's with or what he's doing. Honestly, and I mean no disrespect, but the fact you are even asking this question shows how little respect you have for yourself, if it's your partner that's doing the sexting, or your partner, if it's you doing it. 100% cheating, TF. If you say no, you're desperate or something. That's disrespectful to the max. Yes, that would be cheating. It would break trust. I would never trust him again and I would want a divorce. If he fell in love with another woman, he doesn't have to stay with me. If he finds someone better, he is free to leave. But this behind the back stuff, nope. Cheating is when you betray your partner's trust, emotions, etc., which means a simple hug can be considered as cheating, depending on the person, and in my point of view, sexting is cheating, like direct kissing on the mouth. Anytime sexual or romantic stimuli is sought outside of the us, it's cheating. But of course this will get downvoted AF like usual. Because if sexting is cheating, then so is flirting, titty bars and porn. If your so has to hide their conversations with another person from you and there's some sort of flirtation or more, then yeah, that's cheating. If you're into that and have a verbal agreement at some point, then that's not.